Namaste
Finally.
everyone. This is Harsha Ramaya on her favorite page, Small Wonders. And today we have a beautiful, wonderful, enriching panel on this show today. And today we are going to discuss the most important topic that is discussed all over today, parenting, how to balance the studies which has started online. So it is really very difficult because children are not used to this online studying, nor the parents are used to so much of technological dependency. So it's very important for us to, initiate a talk show wherein we bring in parents and they talk their issues, they talk their concerns, and they can share their solutions that, okay, this has worked for me, so maybe this can work for you. So we have a wonderful panel here. So I would like to introduce, as I can see on the panel, the first person, Ekta Shah. Hello, Ekta.
Hi everyone.
We have Miss Chitra Bandari. Hi, Chitra ma'am.
Hi, good morning all.
Thank you, Chitra ma'am. We have Dr. Nidhi. Dr. Nidhi. You will have to unmute your button, Dr. Nidhi. Till Dr. Yeah, yes. Hi, Dr. Nidhi. We all are struggling with technology. Till Dr. Nidhi finds the mute button, we will move on to Dr. Maulik Sanghvi. Hello, Dr. Sanghvi.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, there is
I can understand that the whole topic today of
proceed
discussion is
with
the same, Nidhi ma'am. That
Maulik.
yeah, sure, ma'am. Yes, Ekta, Tejas said hi, Ekta.
Hi, good morning everybody and hello.
Wonderful, wonderful. And today we have one more panelist with us, Miss Shilpa Dulera. Hi, Shilpa.
Hi everyone.
Perfect. So my first question will be for Chitra. So Chitra, are you ready with the question?
Yes, I am.
So parenting during there is some technical issue. Hello, Chitra ma'am, are you
Yeah.
able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Yeah,
you. I can
perfect.
hear you.
So, perfect. So, my first question, Chitra ma'am, is that parenting before COVID and during lockdown has been very, very different. So, how are you dealing with this difficult time parenting your children, and how do you find the routine is totally disturbed? It's on a toss, and
Yes, yes, yes.
24/7, all the family members in the house. If a joint family, then all the more
Yes,
merrier, but all the more problems are also there.
yes.
So kindly share that how is the parenting different in COVID time and before COVID times.
All right. Thank you, ma'am, for such a nice platform we have to share our views. And I would be lying if I say that parenting was ever easy. I mean, it was, it is, and it will never be easy. Let's talk about all the parents. But yes, during this lockdown, during this worst situation which is happening around the world, yes, parents are facing problems. Yes, those who are working, those who are in joint families or nuclear families, set of problems are surely coming up. But as per my suggestion, what I feel is making kids having a daily set of routine, apart from the school academic, following what they are doing on the school tasks, they are coming up. What I am doing is personally is indulging them in daily household tasks, the daily household chores. We are indulging them because right now kids do not have any study time, any meal time, any sleeping hours, any me time. Everything is so mixed up these days. So what I have planned as of now is I have made a specific routine or specific hours. Yes, they have this 2 to 3 hours for playtime. Yes, of course, their sleeping hours, their meal hours, and yes, we can't avoid little of their screen hours. That I'm sure you will be talking more on this.
Perfect. So, Chitra ma'am, I'm sure that this tip of building a routine, a healthy routine with
Yes,
flexibility, including the screen time, is definitely going to
yes,
help all of us because then we
yes,
have a correct set of direction and
yes.
everyone in the house knows that what has to be done at what time. So, this
Of
tip is
course,
going to
of
go a
course.
long way, Chitra ma'am. Thank you so much for this tip.
Yes.
I would
Yes.
like to invite Dr. Maulik Sanghvi now for his views. Dr. Sanghvi, how are you feeling about this parenting during COVID? Is it different or is it the same?
Yeah, ma'am. First of all, hello to everybody. Definitely, parenting is different for working and especially a little busy routine parents like me. It has been actually an opportunity. Means for everybody, I'll say that if you take it as a challenge or a burden, then it is in that way. But if you take it as an opportunity, then it is also a big opportunity where you
Okay.
need or you need to give more time. You can say it that way, or you can give more time to your kids, which is a very very precious. As what I have felt in last 1.5 to 2 months, because we work only half day, so evenings are always for ourselves and for children. So it's definitely a golden opportunity which I have found in this. I have known so many things about my daughters, which uh, I feel a little odd to say, but I didn't know, and now I've come to know. And my wife is like, "See, you're coming to know it now." So
So very
need to,
rightly, I'm sorry to interrupt, Dr. Sanghvi, but I really
yeah,
like two
yeah,
words that you spoke. One is opportunity. Yes, of course, it's a blessing in disguise, though the disguise is not that happy. But yes, I will pick up that
true,
word that each one of us has felt that during this period, that yes, we definitely had more connections. Second, I liked about the honesty that you said, because I'm sure that all the dads across the world may be feeling the same, that हम अपने बच्चों को इतना नहीं
very
जानते
true.
थे. So I like that honesty, Dr. Sangvi. Yes, you can go ahead, sir.
That's the gist of my point.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Sangvi. Thank you. I would request
Thank
Ekta to now come over and share her views. Ekta, you have two children, and the age gap of the children is really pretty large. So I just want to know that how it is difficult to, parent them at this point of time, keeping, because I'm sure before this session started, we were talking that one television and two shows at the time have to go. One wants to see the cartoon and one wants to see her, whatever their favorite show is. So parenting during COVID, how is it difficult, Ekta? Your mute button, Ekta.
Sure. Okay. Everyone. What I feel is that parenting has never been easy. It is always a mixed bag emotion, right? Different from parent to parent. But basically, what happened? Okay, first, parenting was segregated in many segments like schools, playgrounds, work, offices. But then came COVID, and it is under one roof, 24/7. And I will rather say that not only the kids, the whole family is at our refuge. We are their teacher, we are their discipliner, whatever we say, like their friends. We are one, and obviously super moms. We cannot forget that. So when I come to this, I feel like, okay, my elder one, he has different perspective for teenage group, and the younger one, only what I feel is that we should be normal, like, see, tantrums comes even in us because we are humans. So initially I used to face this. You can understand, you are elder one, you can understand, you are smaller one, but then it started spoiling the atmosphere of the house. 1 week was like that. It took me 1 week to set everything. And then I said, જે આપણા હાથમાં નથી જે વસ્તુ, the thing which we cannot change, we should just take that positive. We should not stress ourselves with that thing, and that came to my rescue. So now I am a stress free mom. I divide
So
my
this,
time with both of them. With one, I see the web series. Almost I have seen many, and with the other one, I see the cartoon. But one thing is, yes, okay, I don't compromise with their schedules. Their meal times and their bed times are strictly followed. They have, because I have made them understand that this is not a vacation, and I've made them understand few things. Okay, it's good if you learn this on your own, or if you do this by your own, this will help you in your future. So that way I had ample of time. to change their perspective of life, to make them understand to bond in the family with elders, how to talk, how to do all this apart from the digital world, and it's really going good. And I will say the reason is not good for this bonding, but still this bonding should come once every year, not with this
Perfect.
reason, not with this
Perfect.
reason.
So,
Thank you.
Ekta, a few things that I really liked when you spoke super moms. Yes, of course, we all are super moms. And when you mentioned about parenting children with different ages, so stress-free, building a routine. I think when Chitra ma'am also mentioned, I think building a healthy routine definitely will come to a rescue. And when you very rightly mentioned that when you try to balance, it took a week for all of us, to settle down to this period, because we were not prepared for this lockdown. So it was very difficult for us also. So when the moms like us and every mom around thought of building a routine, I think half of the problem subsided. And then,
Yes.
we figured out everything gradually. And then I think parenting was never a soft task, as Chitra ma'am rightly mentioned. It's never a piece of cake or a cakewalk. But yes, parenting is trial and error. And this COVID has really given us a lot of opportunities, as Dr. Sangvi also mentioned. There are a lot of opportunities. If we can, use those opportunities in a right track, we can definitely build a positive atmosphere and be happy. Thank you so much, Ekta. So I will
Thank
now
you.
request Dr. Nidhi. We lost her in between, so I took Ekta's turn. Yes, Dr. Nidhi. So to
Yeah,
you, my question will be a little twisted, Nidhi ma'am, because you have
sure.
a profession, wherein you have to, you can't help out, help to go without it. You have to visit your routine clinic. You have to go to the clinic. You have to come back, and then no domestic help at some point of time. So I think parenting at that point, because for us, it was like that. We closed our schools and we were at home 24/7. But it's not the case with the doctors. So the parenting would be definitely a little different, little more challenging. So I just want to know that aspect, that how did you balance? Was it stressful? What were your techniques?
Actually, it was definitely challenging, as we've all said that it is not a cakewalk. But the challenges were slightly different as frontline warriors, because you have to attend to your duties and at the same time you have to manage home as well as kids. So the art of balancing was involving everyone in the family, and that went a long way without mates, because in parenting it was, I think, a time to teach the kids some survival lessons. Probably one day they're going to fly out of the nest, so we took opportunity and made sure that Ananya learned a lot of survival skills, because I think they've been born in an entirely different era from the way we were raised. We knew our basic domestic chores, but when it came to them, it was a little difficult for them to accept that. So, involving everyone, including Venkat, my in laws, and the family, in doing the household chores, and at the same time, making sure that everyone gets meals on time, the work is done on time. It was a real challenge, but I think it has made us all come quite closer. It has made Ananya and Venkat learn a new lesson in life, that you can do without maids, you can do without cooks, and you can be self-independent. So as our Prime Minister has rightly said, it was a lot of lessons on Atmanirbharta.
Absolutely. So Nidhi ma'am, I really liked you mentioned about the survival skills, because I'm sure that all of us have learned that life skills are more important than any academic skills. So that is very
True.
important to understand that life without maids, life without cooks also is possible if we try and work it out. Yes, Nidhi ma'am.
Yeah, so that was the best time of our lives, and then we could take each day as a challenge, because each day we would think of a new activity which we could come up. So Ananya did not know her mother tongue, because in schools they don't teach Gujarati nowadays. So we started following a routine where she could at least read the headlines, help in the cooking. So we would whip up a new dish every day, and that dish would be decided by her. We made sure we collected all the ingredients which were available in the house, and then make something makeshift. And even Venkat, when he goes abroad, he finds it very difficult sometimes, because he doesn't know how to cook. So he has learned a few basic things. So I think next time he is abroad and he has his own dietary restrictions, he's going to have a fun time and he'll not miss the home food at least.
Absolutely. So I think we got a lot of time, to train our husbands also, because when it comes to my husband specifically, at the most, he enters the kitchen to just fill a glass of water. So now at least, he takes out the tray and puts the glass on the tray and gives. So that much, graduation has been done in that process. Though if he makes tea, it is really very, very dirty. I cannot even think to drink that tea. But for that, he blames me that I'm not a good teacher, because I myself am a bad cook, so I'm not able to train him. But I think times like these really make connections which go a long way. So thank you, Nidhi ma'am, and we'll come back to you again in some time.
Yeah.
So here it is now Ekta Shade's turn. Ekta.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Ekta, since you are a housewife for 24/7, you've been in house, Earlier, children had their own routine. They went to school, husbands went to office. So parenting was little different. You got your own time. When they used to go to school, you had your own me time. But now, during this COVID, the times have changed. 24/7, the whole family was in the house. So how did you find it challenging? How did you, found out ways to, make these parenting styles to be very, very convincing and very, very going?
Like said by everybody, I would like to say everything comes, it's like two sides of the coin. So it has got positive as well as negative aspects. Well, when it comes to parenting, I would like to say that again, being a housewife, always wanted, be having two daughters, to learn the domestic and basic cores of life. With this fast life, with this higher education, with this competitive exams and all, truly they did not have time to do all that. But this COVID situation gave me all the time in the world to train my daughters for their domestic needs. Basically, they will be going out for their studies, basic cooking skills, basic washing skills, that all is learned. And again, like you said, my husband passed 49, 50, or how many days. Uh, each day in the evening, I am served tea by him. So this whole thing is a boon to me. Rather, I am more than happy they all are home with me. We all are together. In the past days, it was like mummy will cook something which the children and the husband and the in-laws like. But in these days, I got a chance of them saying, "Mom, today we will cook what you like." Since my daughters are big, they can do some kind of cooking. So it was again a mixed emotion, a mixed bag of things. But yes, it turned out a boon to me, and I'm very happy. Again, like Ekta said, not with this reason, but yes, not with this reason, definitely not with this reason. But in a year, we should at least get 15 days in this manner. Thank you.
Perfect, perfect. Ekta, I really feel jealous when you mentioned that Tejas Bhai serves you evening tea. So I'm really going to tell my husband today, आज कुछ भी हो जाए, कैसी भी चाय है, आपको बना के मुझे देना ही है.
And
But
like
really,
you said, it comes properly in the tray with a coaster and a glass of water. Like it comes so perfect. Like
beautiful.
I am feeling bad. Okay, all these years, past 20 years, I'm married past 20 years. I have never served tea to him so properly, and like
Wow,
in
so
these
nice.
days, he served it to me so well.
So that princess treatment you are feeling these days. So
Yes,
thank you,
definitely.
Ekta.
The queen treatment,
And
rather, not the queen
absolutely,
treatment.
absolutely.
Because the husband, the children, everybody's like, in fact, I being a housewife, being home all the time, these people are home and they are seeing that like it takes a lot to bring these things together. So they are trying to, what I have given them, they are trying to give it to me back. They're putting it all together and giving it back to me. I'm very happy about it.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I also liked the way you mentioned about children learning about domestic things, like washing their own clothes or, cooking something. It's very essential, because these times are never, expected. They are very uncertain and they come in life anyway. As Nidhi ma'am also very rightly mentioned, I like the choice of words that she made, that these birds are going to fly off the nest, one day. So we have to prepare them for life. I think every one of us has now started understanding that as much as academics is important, life skills development is that much important. So thank you, Ekta. I will come back to you with another set of questions. And now we have Miss Shilpa Dulera with us to share her experience. So, Shilpa, you have been a teacher all your life, and you have taught children in school. And now, in this vacation, when the whole family is at home, how do you find it difficult? Because working women, they have a very limited time to be at home to be with the children. So, how do you feel, being 24/7 with in laws, with the husband, with the children? So, how have you found this parenting during COVID? Challenging or absolutely fine? Shilpa, all to you.
With my kids, I think it was very fine. But with my mother-in-law's kid, it is very difficult because he is not used to stay at home. My kids तो मेरे आंख के इशारों पे चलते हैं लेकिन husband नहीं चलता है. So I said my kids so I can manage and I can train them also. But for these husbands, we can't train them so nicely.
So, Shilpa,
First
I'll
of
interrupt
all-
you in between 1 minute, Shilpa, because I will miss out on,
Yes.
commenting on that. Very rightly you mentioned, because I'm sure everyone listening to us will definitely relate. हम हमारे बच्चों को तो संभाल सकते हैं, but हमारी सास के बच्चों को संभालना ज्यादा मुश्किल है. So thank you for giving that statement, Shilpa.
फर्स्ट तो जैसे लॉकडाउन हुआ तो एवरीवन वाज हैप्पी कि चलो सबको टाइम मिल गया. एवरीवन वाज, कोई यहाँ पढ़ा है, कोई इस रूम में पढ़ा है, कोई उस रूम में पढ़ा है. So 1 week, 10 days went away like that. कि we were enjoying that vacation time. Then I thought that this cannot go on for long because kids are also missing out their studies and everything, and the husband is also having his own time, and I am the only one in the house who is cooking, making everything, dusting, mopping, and everything. Then I said, okay, now this cannot go on. So I made a schedule and I said, okay, everyone has to follow this because now I cannot do it on my own. So then we made a schedule. The kids were made the schedule of studying, watching TV. We had given them slots. Okay, this time is for this because I have both the kids of around the same age. So they fight for small things the whole day. So what I do, I take one kid with me in the room, I make him study, the other is watching the TV. Then I take the other in and the other is watching the TV. And that way things went on and we made it and done. And husband also little bit उसको पता चला कि पूरा टाइम मैं क्या करती हूँ घर में. मैं इन दोनों बच्चों की रेफरी हूँ पूरा दिन. Because I have to tell कि ना you are right, you are right, you are right, you are right. So now that work he is doing, I tell कि you manage the kids, I will not do it.
So perfect, Shilpa.
So for me,
I really liked the honesty when you were saying, that 10 days to chala, बाद में आपको ऐसा लगा यार ये ज़्यादा नहीं चल सकता, because it was the Abla Nari in the house, the Mother India who is working, and other people are leisuring in their rooms, switching on the AC and the music or television or whatever, and they are enjoying, and we are mopping and sweeping and everything. Very rightly mentioned, Shilpa. And thank you for the tips that you mentioned. One tip I like, that you take one child for studying and the other child is watching television. So I think this is also a wonderful tip, if you can work that way. Thank you so much, Shilpa. I'll come back to you again. I'll come to now Dr. Sanghvi. Dr. Sanghvi, my second question is about online studies. So how do you find online studies? Because now almost all the schools have started, either sending lesson plans over Zoom webinars, or they are started doing videos or something like that, sending PDFs to the children. How are you finding it? Is it comfortable for the children, or do you find it is very stressing out for the children?
Yeah, it's a really interesting topic to discuss. See, online studies has been an avenue since long, but it was never applicable to the school students. For the PG entrance and all sorts of things, it was going on. But those are big children. Now, in this time, we have to teach those children who are very, very tiny, so that one-to-one contact of the teacher with the parent, with the kid, is not built up. So what I have observed, even in your next question, this thing is, so both the questions I may be answering it together, that the children are losing interest in the studies because they are not understanding the topics. If I teach a student directly and if I just pick it off, he may pick it up or he may not pick it up, but I am not seeing it, whether he has picked up or not. So that is the problem which everybody knows. The solution to it is that the parent has to mediate. The parent has to sit and try to understand what the teacher is trying to tell, and see if the kid has understood it or not. Once the understanding becomes fundamental, then I think the things get going. But since it's new, definitely it's new for the teachers, means to convey my thoughts online and to convey it to live, means live to a person or students is different. So teachers are learning, parents are learning, and students are also learning. So it's in a way a learning lesson. After all, life is doing something new. So good.
Absolutely. So here, what happens, Dr. Sanghvi, since I am in the teaching field, I can very well relate to the struggle that teachers are facing these days, because to plan a lesson plan for a traditional classroom and to plan a session plan for an online class is totally a different thing, because in the class, I have a physical
Very
presence.
true.
And I can understand by seeing their reactions that whatever I am speaking is understood or
Yes.
no. But here, this touch, this
Very true.
feeling is really missed out. So I think that teachers are trying their best because altogether it's a very new process for them as well. Plus,
Very true.
second important thing is that teachers are very camera shy also at times. A teacher who's very good in the classroom, if you give her a camera and if you tell her to shoot, she's probably very nervous. So perhaps the video that comes out of that teacher is really very rotten. We cannot even upload it, and we very well know that this teacher in the class is the best. So I think here it becomes very important, as you very rightly mentioned, that the parents' role is very important because they have to be there as a support bridge. Whatever comes from the school has to be filtered by the parent and then has to be served to the child. I think if that channel is created properly, I think we may have a good online session also. Thank you, Dr.
Very
Sanghvi. I will come to Chitra ma'am. Chitra ma'am, about online studies, what are your struggles? How do you feel how children are taking it, and what is
All
the
right.
parents' role in that?
All right, ma'am. Ma'am, I will consider online studies are very crucial these days. They are far-reaching, of course. But here I would like to highlight 2 points here. First, yes, it is very much required at this pandemic time period. Why? Because school at the same time is always face a problem to complete the syllabus in all those 365 days, including vacations, including holidays and public holidays. Yes, they need to push up the academic calendar. This is the first thing I would like to highlight. And second, at times online studies are not getting pleasant to those age gap of from 5 till 10 years, because that warmth of a classroom, that atmosphere of education of the classmates and teacher eye-to-eye contact is really missing. I mean, this is kind of one-sided education, I can say. That yes, of course, teachers are taking a lot of pain, recording their messages, going live, taking time out of their busy schedules too. I would really appreciate the pandemic, the lockdown situation applies to them also. I mean, we all are sailing in the same boat, but taking out a time, becoming a teacher also, apart from the entire household chores which are going on, and helping everyone, helping their children, helping completing their course, their syllabus. Yes, so second most important point will be, it is a kind of a one-sided education what kids are facing. They are not getting the kind of doubts or queries they might have to answered. Yes, parents are kind of a moderator right now. They are altering, they are filtering the education, the syllabus which is coming up, and delivering them to their child.
Perfect. Very rightly, you have summed up so many things. And thank you for acknowledging the teacher fraternity, because at this point of time, it really needs, because I have seen a lot of blogs also coming up wherein the parents have criticized the teachers and they have left the online classes. And it's a shame, I'm not trying to criticize parents at this point of time, but I think parents need to be a little empathetic at this point of time to understand.
Of course.
So,
we cannot escape that. This pandemic is for the entire nation, for the entire world, I must say.
Absolutely.
So they are also sailing in the same boat, ma'am.
So thank you, Chitra ma'am. I will come to Nidhi ma'am with the same question. Nidhi ma'am, what do you find about online studies? How are children finding it? How are you finding it?
So the first thing, I'll start from where you stopped in the last question, that first and foremost, we should be stopping to be judgmental, because sometimes we judge, through an online class, how the teacher is faring or how the student is doing, which I think is complete injustice to both the student as well as the teacher. The most important thing I feel here is that the problem with online classes is that there is no sense, no, all our sensory organs are made so that we can feel it. The touch, the speech, that goes a long way. The sight of your teacher, that good morning, ma'am, when she comes to class. Sitting at home, if Ananya says good morning, it sounds so offbeat, like she's on radio, it seems. So that touch is missed. As you said, the reactions are missed. You do not know whether the child has understood the fact or not. And parents like us who are working find it very difficult, to channelize what the teacher has said. So we need an entirely different session for that. After she's done with the online sessions, only we can find time and find the suitable time where we can filter the information that has come. But here we should take an opportunity to applaud all the teacher, because there are a lot of issues. Running a new program, getting adjusted to that, and at the same time, conveying that information of the whole chapter in those 35 to 40 minutes which are given to you. So here again, time is a constraint. What happens in school is you have a longer schedule of classes, you have a longer duration, and students are free to ask you doubts. So that is missed out. And I think teachers are also having technical snags like the one we had today in the beginning with me. So there are issues, but I think we're all learning. The kids, I find, are more adjusting. Like if I were to sit on that online class, I would have found it really tough. But what I feel is that the kids are quite adjustable. Whether it is this pandemic situation, whether it is this online teaching, or it is the new things which are coming up in life, the kids are adjusting to it pretty well, like better than I think what we are putting up. And they are taking the lessons well. They're trying to absorb whatever they get from the lessons. And at the end of the day, we definitely have to be there as parents to clear all their doubts and all. But yes, at least something is being done. A schedule is formed. The parents have a little lesser worry because there are some online classes that they keep the kids busy for a few hours. So there is a schedule, and it is a little flexible, because what happens is there are 40 minutes of class and 15 minutes of free time. Again, they have another class. So it is not as taxing as it was at school. So they have no burden as such. And there's not a lot of homework. So I think the kids are putting up really well. I think it is parents who are finding it difficult to adjust to this new school pattern.
Absolutely. I would completely second that thought, because the research that we did also, we came up with that conclusion that yes, children are more comfortable, but it's the parents. So I will not completely blame the parents' fraternity also, because not every parent is so techno-friendly. Plus the schedule of the parents, the routine of the parents, because they are working from home. So it becomes very difficult, to set up those kind of routines in a particular course of time. So I completely agree to that yes, parents are finding it difficult, but this is going to go a long way. So it's not going to happen that in June the schools will start. We are expecting it to start in September or even later, because unless the vaccine is invented, I don't think that the schools will take a risk, to call the children to study in school. So online classes have to be a way ahead, in studies. So thank you, Nidhi ma'am, for your answer, and I'll come back.
I would like to say that the vaccines might take a longer time to, develop. It is not going to happen in a month or two or by September. So the thing is, we have to learn to live with the corona, and we have to find better solutions. The only worry I would want to tell you is that people who are not that fortunate, who do not have unlimited Wi-Fi, who do not have computers or mobiles, which can last for 5 hours of online teaching, I'm really worried about that sect of the students. Those who are really privileged, like our kids, are going to find it easier. But we are worried about the rest of the lot who fail to have such opportunities.
So here I'll just take a minute, Nidhi ma'am, when we did our research last week, that time a lot of parents had come back to us and they had said that we have only one phone in the house or only one laptop in the house, and there are 5 people. So the husband is also working, the wife is also working, and the children, there are 2 children. So both the children have their different routines. One child has at 10 o'clock, other child has at 12 o'clock. So charging the device also, they were not finding out time, to charge that device. So if we go and dig down these problems, there are many, because privileged sector is very less and the unprivileged sector in this case is a big sector. So I think here we can just, request the schools to, go till that extent so that they can reach out to the maximum people. Because if the schools are asking for a printout, we have to be sensible enough to understand that not every house has a printer, and not every person can has an email account. Specifically when it comes to Bhavnagar, I would say not every mom has an email account, or if she has one, she's not able to use that account so frequently, she forgets the password. So I think these all queries we received in n numbers, because parents came out and they were literally they were bursting out ki ma'am ye problem hai, online ka ye problem hai. But my only thing is that we have to try to adjust to these problems, and we have to find the solutions by ourselves, because online studies is going to be here for a long time. Nidhi ma'am, thank you so much. I'll come to Ekta Shah. I'll come to you with this. How are you finding it?
See, this is a very uncertain situation, and no one really knows how long this is going to go. So basically, online study is an obvious way for continuous learning. And I find it as a blessing. Why? Because study is an important part of a child's life. And once if they are out of the track, so as I said, we never know when this is going to end. After 3 to 4 months, again, what will happen? We only will be the person to say school is running fast. They are trying to just finish the portions, and they are not least bothered about children's health. How will they manage, or how will they cope up? So rather, at least we will not face that situation. This learning will help them cover their bit of portion. Yes, it has drawback also, because as you said, the families who don't have enough digital appliances will face this, or the persons living in remote areas may have some network issues. But still, I believe that this is really a boon in this COVID time. And it's not like that online is now in trend. No, it's not like that. It is since long. But for kids of smaller age, or for us, especially parents, it is new. And something new is always hard to, and it's not easy to accept. So people will take time. And yes, as you said, teachers, okay, I'll tell you for today, I had to bring my son and teach me how to do this, because I have done it Zoom. I have tried once, but not webinar. It was my first time. So I called him. So it was like he was not able to connect for once or twice. So I was like, yeah, you don't know this. He said, Mommy, chill, I'll do it. So, even we are learning. So we should not target teachers for this. Absolutely right. Let them take time. Another thing is, when you see a pre-primary teacher, if you see her in the class, the way she's saying the stories or the poems, she has to say the way the kids enjoy. So you don't judge them accordingly. For you, she is not presenting anything. She is doing for your child. So let the child decide whether they like it or not. So I've heard many of the teachers saying, many of the parents saying, "Ke yaar book live ma kyun dekha hai? It doesn't look good." But why you are feeling it when you say? એટલે આપણે ખબર છે in Gujarati we speak in a totally language with our kids. Oh, તો આવી ગયો. So same way teachers are doing with our kids. And basically it's going to be difficult for them also to go live for the first, second, third time. When you see the teacher on the fourth time, you should just at that time be judgmental. Okay, how she is doing. So please give time, give them time. And this is our situation. Let's be together and handle it. And yes, we are the bridge between the teachers, the online, and the our kids. So that is how we have to manage. And I hope this ends soon, because this is going to affect child's health also.
Absolutely.
Their eyesight and screen time is increasing. So that is a point where we are little worried.
So Ekta, very nice and pertinent points you put up here. Thank you so much for that. I'll bring Ekta Sheth now for her points. Ekta Sheth, how are you finding these online classes, and how are your children taking it?
Online classes, yes, it's a boon. Since the academics are becoming tougher and tougher day by day, there is a lot of competition. It is a boon to the children. Again, we like said by Ekta, we have to be the bridge. Yes, we have to bring it to the kids as a positive thing. Okay, your teachers, your school, your education system is taking the efforts to educate you, to bring knowledge to you in these tough times. They are trying to make you they are trying to make they are giving you so much of education, so much of, in whichever way they can. And yes, we have to be positive. We should not judge nor the children nor the teachers. We have to just be positive and tell them कि beta, it's just a matter of few days. Even your teacher is taking time, even you are taking time. So instead of grumbling or cribbing, it's better, we everything needs time. Like we said, like Shilpa ma'am said, okay, the household thing, 10 days we did it, but the 11th day we realized that, oh my god, this is going long. So the same way, this is going to go longer. We don't know.
Absolutely.
We still don't know. It is, they are saying September, but we really don't know, because this is a pandemic. When the vaccines will come out, when they will start affecting you, we really don't know. So there's a long way to
Absolutely.
go, and we have to put it in a positive way to the children as well as to the
Absolutely.
teachers and as well as to ourselves.
So very rightly, Ekta, you really mentioned, and here I would like to, draw one thing also, that when it comes to academics, I think as parents, we all have to, understand that 2020 year for us is not in the calendar for academics. So if the schools are rushing, we have to be at a slower pace, because after all, it's our children who have to understand the concept. So if we are in a hurry to explain them, we are in a hurry to just complete the syllabus, it's going to ruin the children's mindset of studying. So here I request the schools also to be in a slow pace and understand, and even the parents also not to rush to complete the syllabus. Shilpa, both of your children have started studying online now. They are getting their lesson plans. What are the challenges that you face? Because I am sure we have talked about these challenges, so I just want you to address them.
See, basically, I being a teacher, online studies is not a challenge for me because I can explain the concept to my kids, even the younger one, even the elder one, because till that standard, I can teach them. But what about the parents who are totally dependent on tuition teachers in schools? They don't know the method of teaching the kids. फिर क्या होता है कि their base is not good if they are not teaching them properly. Because online, what they are doing, they are putting the videos. I am not telling you online studies is not good, but it is not, you cannot compare it with the virtual studies, because the explanation what the kids require from their teacher should be given from the teacher itself. When a mother is doing it, all mothers don't do it perfectly. अगर मुझे स्टैंडिंग लाइन बच्चों को सिखानी है, with elder kids it's okay, they can have the videos, they can watch, they can understand the concepts and they can do it. But for the younger ones, for the preschoolers, for the primary kids, for the pre-primary kids, it is not good. Because
Absolutely,
the mothers
Shilpa.
don't have
I will
anything.
just interrupt you in between because Shilpa, definitely I will agree to that point, because talking to elder children and explaining them is quite easy than to address to the preschoolers, because their attention span sitting at one place
One
is very
place.
difficult to make them sit in one place for 10 long minutes, because 10 minutes is pretty long time for a child of 4 or 5 years to keep sitting in one place and looking at the teacher, when the teacher does not have a control on her on that child. Because in a physical classroom, you are moving in the classroom, you are touching the child, you're giving your eye contact. Okay, Maya, don't do this, like this, you're giving an eye contact to the child. But in online classes, that is not possible. So any
Not
tip from
possible.
your side, Shilpa, how can the teachers work on that? Any tip from your side? As a parent, you feel that teachers ko ye karna chahiye to zyada effective
हाँ.
hoga.
Actually, I think they have to revise all this when the schools start once. Basically with the pre-primary kids. Because अगर मैंने ए ऐसे सिखाया है लेकिन मदर ने तो ऐसे उसका हाथ तो बैठ गया कि ए ऐसे ही करना है, then that will carry on for a long time with the child. So I think they
Absolutely.
should give activities for the younger kids. आप activities दीजिए, household activities दीजिए, craft activities दीजिए. But writing part should not be done by the parents. Basically for
Perfect.
the pre-primary kids, I think so.
So I
And
think
the
an
mother,
important tip, Shilpa, here also the schools and parents should understand that activities, okay, craft, agar aapne frog banaya
हाँ,
hai, if you're doing it a little wrong way, it's okay. Because there are
okay,
variations to make a frog or a butterfly. But when it comes to, making a formation of letter A or letter B or so on, if it is taught in a wrong way, it is going to affect the child, because it is the foundation of the child that a mother is creating. So I think here it comes, the role of the school is very, very very evident and very, very important that they work on those kind of activities which are harmless, which do not
Harmless.
create any harm when it comes to the foundational years. So very nice tip from your side, Shilpa. Anything else
And
you
even
have
one
on
thing,
mind?
ma'am, I would like to say कि this test they are taking online. So kids are enjoying this because MCQ है तो वो तो lesson समझने से ऐसे भी आ जाता है. But when it is going to come to question answer parts and writing and all that, that time they are going to face a little bit problem because now they are not used to sitting that 5 hours at a stretch. अभी वो लोग अपनी मस्ती में जी रहे हैं और वो enjoy कर रहे हैं ये online studies. Kids are also enjoying these studies because they have little 10 minutes का homework is there, 15 minutes study part is there, activity part is there, but that is not according to the virtual classes which will be there.
Okay. So Shilpa, here also I will like to underline one thing that I am, foreseeing when the schools will start. I've said in a couple of webinars and I'll say it today also, the children whom we have left in March are not going to be the same children who will resume the schools in September or
Yes.
even because there is a lot of emotional turmoil that has gone. There's a lot of emotional toss that has gone because the routine is disturbed. The emotional setup of children is disturbed at large. So they're not going to be the same children. So when they come to school in September or even later, the schools have to include this in their plans that 1 month has to be given in counseling the children because they will be emotionally disturbed. I'm coming to the next question, which is the base of the talk that I'm doing right now, is the access screen time. Because what happens now, the children are totally in leisure. Now, waking up in the morning or going to bed at the night has no routine or a very least routine. So when children will come back, because now they don't have friends to talk, they don't have any playing except the screens or few members in the family. So this has taken a lot of emotional toss on the children, which still the parents are not able to identify. So I think schools will have to come up with that kind of a program wherein 1 month they have to dedicate to understand the children and give them place to adjust. That transition has to be covered in the syllabus. So as I mentioned, 2020 का पूरा साल है, हमको ऐसा करना पड़ेगा कि I think we are repeating that academic year. So ऐसा नहीं होगा कि my child is in 4th and now we will go in grade 5th, because that lab has to be built in that period. So thank you, Shilpa. I'll come back to Chitra ma'am with my next and last question since the time constraint is there. I had 2 more questions. But Chitra ma'am, about the screen time, I would like you to address that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of parents have come to me and they have discussed with me regarding this कि ma'am कितना भी कर लो screen time का access हो ही गया है. So how do you balance this screen time?
Ma'am, yes, I guess this screen time question or balancing the screen time question is not an these days question. This is an old query, old doubt, and old concern for all set of parents right now. As I earlier said, that we are sailing in the same boat of this pandemic, and even before that also. Yes, screen time. I will take it in 2 ways. Once it has pros and once it has cons, advantages and disadvantages. Let me highlight the advantage first. Yes, I have seen in one of your seminars earlier that this is a act as a babysitter or for the big kid. Kind of it indulges you or it makes you fixed at one place. It is a good for some set of mothers. They feel they can do some other set of activity, they can do some household chores, they can complete some other set of tasks or cooking or any daily course they have. And yes, it acts as a babysitter at times. And B, yes, these days since online studies are going on, yes, we ourselves are providing mobiles or laptops or iPads wherever we are getting connected to for their online studies. Yes, again, it is kind of an advantage for our kids. It has come out as a boon, as everyone are praising it. And yes, the difficult part is, yes, it affects kids' health, kids' eyesight, kids' viewing power is affecting. They're sitting at one place idle, not moving. A kid or a toddler or a teenager is meant to be moving, running, playing. That playing outside hours are getting lesser. Of course, outdoor games are getting lesser. Indoor games, by indoor games, I mean the screen games, they are increasing. What I personally feel, the suggestion I would like to give is that we need to rule out that this specific hours, this specific series, or this online studies that you can do during these hours, or some specific time, or an alarm. I personally use this alarm thing, that yes, this is an alarm time. Once it rings, it's over. So this is two things I would like to. Balancing screen time is a difficult task, will remain a difficult task. We are so much into mobile, we are so much into iPads, we are so much involved in all these days. So it is what we do, kids also follow us, they imitate us. So at times it is difficult, but balancing, ruling out, alarming out, what I personally do, can really help us.
Thank you so much, Chitra ma'am, with these wonderful tips. I'll come to Nidhi ma'am for this. Nidhi ma'am, I have been a strong advocate, of non-screen times, or giving mobiles not to the children. But now, I am also in a fix. Though I have not planned any online lesson plans, which have screens in them, I have tried to, modify them and give them as a text to the parents, a set of activities. But I don't know where, if I'll plan a lesson plan, I'm going to include the screen times or no, because I strictly am not advocating that. But since for elder children, the strategies are different, the needs are different. So definitely online classrooms, I will advocate, because we cannot, give free time to the children for months. They have to be connected with the studies. So how about balancing study time and online time, Nidhi ma'am?
See, study time, there's no alternative. You have to provide them the screens. But then there has to be a specific set of rules for the non-study time where they can use the screen. So there is a certain set of policies, and it applies to everyone, not only to Ananya, because being a teenager that she's growing into, she's going to imitate us a lot. So there are very strict policies that no television or no mobiles during lunches and dinner. There has to be a specific time for her outdoor activities, or even if she wants to play some games, they have to be board games if it is to be played indoor. They don't have to be played on screen. And if at all she insists on playing some screen games, then they have to be a little educational. Like, this is the time we are all picking up Scrabble. So that is, a way in which her vocabulary is going to increase. And at the same time, we can limit it because we are all playing together. So we can limit the screen time. So it is always involvement as parents which goes a long way, because they have to set the deadlines. And the worst fear is that being teenage, it's a very vulnerable age, because, they are getting exposed. They don't know what is true and what is not. So instilling that values in them is very important. So when we are taking time off, and as you know that Dr. Iyer is a big movie buff, he's missing out on the theaters and going out to movies, and the television is telecasting the same old episodes on and on. What we have done is that if we have to watch a web series, it has to be as a family. Nobody is allowed to watch a web series alone. So that is very important, so that we can filter out certain things. We know what series we are viewing, and Ananya also gets access to the same series. And not all series have everything in, which is very precise and according to her age. But then we try to filter the information. So one good thing which I've learned from Venkat is that do it together with her. And our series always has a half an hour episode, will have at least 10 breaks, either due to patient phone calls or some other reasons. But that 1 minute we have off, we try to tell her that this was good behavior, this was bad behavior, these words should not be used in your communication. So making her sit beside you and talking to her is very important for a teenager, I guess. And you can't put them. The worst fear is that they do it in your absence. So it is always better to make them, enjoy their screen time in your presence, so that you can know what they are watching, how much of it they are watching, and then you decide what is good for her and what is bad for her. So this is the policy we have.
I will just interrupt, Nidhi ma'am. Just a minute. Yeah, just a minute. I'll interrupt you, Nidhi ma'am. I'm so sorry to do that, but this is very important for me to address at this point of time, because raising a teenager is entirely a different concept than raising a toddler. So you very rightly mentioned that about the web series. that if the family is viewing together, you can make those corrections rather than what happens, for example, if I and my son are watching a television, and if a sanitary pad ad flashes, I will try to mute that. But now, since long, I've stopped practicing that, because now I want him, if he has any questions, I want him to come to me and ask. So I think that if the child gets the answers from the right person, I think it will go a longer way. So very rightly you said that, yes, web series, if we all are watching together, after the series, we can always do a little discussion also, that this was a good behavior, this language was good or not. So the child also understands that everything that comes on the screen bad does not have to be imitated, that can be filtered, and we can always put across that this I will do and this I will not do. So this is, I think, the biggest tip that is coming for teenager moms who are struggling with this, because we cannot stop the children from watching. And as you very rightly mentioned about the absence, yes, because when teenagers, because I have a teen at my house, I know that they will lock the room, and on the laptop, what are they watching, we are completely unaware of that fact. So it's very important, and thank you, Nidhi ma'am, for bringing this to on this panel. Yes, Nidhi ma'am.
I think that is the best thing. You are the best role models for your kids, and as parents, you have to take certain decisions jointly. I always felt that it was not good to expose Ananya to certain things at this particular age. But with Venkat around, he says that it has to be together, and she should know that this is good and this is bad. So as parents, he said it is our duty, because you can't, put that like an ostrich. You cannot hide and shy her away from all those immoral things or things which are going on routinely in the society. So she should be aware that the world out there is not as safe as it is presumed to be, and she's not always going to be in that safe zone. So she has to at some day move out of her comfort zone, and she should know the reality of life. So this is a joint decision that we've taken as parents, and I hope it pays in the long run, because she's just a bubbling teenager, long way to go.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nidhi ma'am, for your wonderful insights. I'll come to Dr. Sanghvi. Dr. Sanghvi, about the screen time and its balance.
First of all, I would like to thank Nidhi ma'am, because indeed she has told a very good point, which the growing children must adapt, and their parents. Now, about the screen time, again, I would like to make a little bold statement that we have always wished that we be friends of our kids, or kids consider us our friends rather than parents. So now this is your time. You don't need to stop your kid from going out, stop your kid from going with friends. She or he is all for you. Grab that opportunity, grab it, make friendship with them. Then they won't need screen. Now, for studying, as it's already said, it's inevitable. We have to accept it. But for the other time, there are n number of activities which can be done, like board games has been said. Terrace, every flat, residency, bungalow, tenement has a tiny or big terrace. And terrace is a really good place to hang out with our children in the mornings as well as in the evenings. Board games, drawing, craft, there are n number of activities, even the gully games which we can play outside. Some of them we can play in the house also. But we have to dedicate ourselves to the kids for playing that. Otherwise, we cannot do. We cannot say that you play alone and don't see TV. That is not possible. We have to give ourselves to them. And one more thing, which is little away from this, is that we need to accept that we are not always right. Sometimes the kids can also be right. So we need to listen to them, accept their ideas, and then think what to do. That would probably help and reduce the screen time. So that are my thoughts. And with that, I would like to take the lead from you.
So wonderful.
Sure.
And I really liked that you said that it's not always that the parents are right. We have to understand that sometimes the children, and sometimes we have, come across those statements wherein we have to, bow down in front of them and accept that, yes, you are right and we are wrong. So I think it's not a bold statement, but I think it's a very correct statement to make. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I will come to Ekta Shah now. Ekta Shah, about screen time.
Yes, see, even before COVID-19 struck, most of the parents understood that too much of screen time was bad for their kids. So now, as this has become a part of our life. We need to schedule it. We need to balance it. So see, it's a vacation time. They are not able to go out. They are not able to play. But that doesn't mean that they should be kept engaged only with gadgets. There are many activities which we can do. And as I have mentioned earlier, I am sailing in two age groups. One is a teen and one is a toddler, like 6, and one is 17. So we have parted it very nicely that when the younger one is asleep, we all together sit and watch the web series. And yes, as Nidhi ma'am said, it is very true that we do discuss upon few things. Ke bhai, these things which are shown are not right, and it should not be practiced in our life. So that ultimately gives a message to the child we wants to. And when the younger one is awake, I have to. So my screen time has increased because I have to sit and watch a cartoon with him. But still, we have indulged ourselves in many activities. He has learned skating. We play badminton. We play board games. But screen time is only 20 minutes for my younger one in the whole day, apart from studying, apart from online studies. And my elder one, yes, he sees web series for at least 1.5 hours in the noon or maybe at night. So we have balanced it this way. But one thing I will add, everything is fine if we keep ourselves calm, if we keep our atmosphere positive, if we try sharing talks with our kids, like with as my younger one is studying, elder one is studying outside, I have many talks like what you do there, how you have made friends, how are your teachers. So our endless talks. And with the younger one, I like, you today, you tell me a story, you do this, you do that, because noons are not good to play outside or anywhere like in the compounds. So I have balanced my time this way, so that it's even not harmful to them. But and it should
Thank
be
you
done by
so much,
everyone.
Ekta. I really second that, because even we all have tried to figure out the balance and take out little time for our children. And as you mentioned, 20 minutes, yes, for a toddler, 20 minutes access at one point of time is a healthy time, and then you have to give a little break. Thank you so much, Ekta. I'm running a little short of time,
Thank
so
you.
I'll
Yeah.
give a little less time to each one of you. Ekta, Sheth, your turn about balance of
Yes, ma'am.
screens.
Yes, ma'am. Balance of screen, yes, very important, and the the worry of the hour of each and every parent, everybody. So I think balancing is very important, but again, it is difficult because it can vary from age group to age group. If it's a toddler and you give him those 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it will be acceptable. But for the elder ones or the teen ones, it is like, mommy, we are given homework, we have to submit it, I have to ask my friend. It's not only about watching some web series or watching some cartoon or something, it is about the educational part. So I was discussing it today in the morning with my children. So she told me, mommy, it is fun studying, no worries. Eyes are paining, it's turning red, we have a neck pain, we have a back pain. So what if you suggest to our school that instead from 7 to 2, keep it 7 to 11, a half day. So again, the screen time will decrease. It will come to half, and the problems will, they will come down a little bit. So it is difficult, but it is unavoidable. That's all I would like to say.
Absolutely. I really feel that pain, because I am sure that it's very difficult, when you know that time is excess given to the children and you can't help it because it's academic. So I can completely agree to this worry, and I can relate to
Yes.
this worry, because Ekta, this is not your worry. To all the mothers whom I've spoken, who are doing online
Exactly.
sessions, they all feel
Exactly.
the hours are too long, and the children really have pain in their eyes. They become red. There's a neck pain, because at the age of around 12, children have started getting spondylitis problem also, because continuously looking at the screen and looking down, is giving a pain here also. So I completely
And
second this worry.
and you know
Yes,
what,
Ekta?
ma'am? You know what, they're trying. They are in a way they're trying to cheat on those classes. The
Hmm.
thing is that they put off their videos, and they just laze around. They just lie down because they're tired. They have a pain. They wake up early in the morning because they have a 7 o'clock school. So they wake up 6:30. Fine. So basically the routine has come down, but still this time has to decrease. And this is the thing: the
Absolutely.
academic, if the academic time decreases, then this can help. Maybe then this can help.
Perfect, perfect. So Shilpa, last question to you about the screen time, and then I'll go to each of the panelists for their closing statements. Shilpa, about the screen time and its balance, do you have any tips? And how are you doing it?
For screen time?
Yes.
Actually, what I think is screen time is a lifeline just now. We cannot cut it down, but we have to balance it. If we are giving kids 2 hours of kids screen time, we have to give them physical activity also for the same amount of time. And you have to see what is screen time, whether it is interactive or it is addictive. It should be more interactive. If the screen time is interactive, there should be no problem, because now in this time you have to give your kids the screen time because they have to study on that. And what they will do, because they don't have friends, they cannot go out into play, they cannot call their friends home to play. So some of the liberties in at this time we have to give them, but you have to manage that. Okay, it should not be the screen time the whole time. That should be a balance between physical activities as well as the screen time. And what I do with my kids, I don't give them the online studies, I don't give them the mobile to see the videos. I see and I explain them. And now we have a good option. We have smart TVs at our home in which we can connect our mobiles and we can give them online lessons on the TV, so that their eyesight problems which we are facing, that can be cut short. So they can have that big screen and they can have a distance for that. They can see on that and they can study on that. Because
Absolutely.
now, because
So,
we are blessed with that option.
this tip is really very nice, because I think that if we try to, because TV is better if you are comparing the mobile and the TV, I think TV is a better option.
Better
So we
option.
all have smart TVs, so we can, connect that. Shilpa, I will cut you in between because we are really short of time, and I'll take
Yeah, yeah.
Chitra ma'am closing statements. Chitra ma'am, your closing statements to our
All
parents,
right.
please.
So I would like to say few liners written by me. I have read it somewhere, and some are made by me also. So कभी खुशहाली होगी तो कभी परेशानी होगी, कभी खुशहाली होगी तो कभी परेशानी होगी, कभी जीत होगी तो कभी हार होगी, ये जिंदगी की सड़क है साहब, धीमे धीमे ही पार होगी. So
Wonderful.
with this note, I would like to give my best wishes to all. Take care, stay home, stay safe, and yes, we will win this. And we have won every time. We will win this, and we will definitely come up with this.
Thank you so much, Chitra ma'am, for
All
these
right.
wonderful lines. And I think these lines are speaking the time that we are passing at this particular moment. So thank you so much. Ekta Sheth, from your side, the closing statement. Till Ekta finds her mute button, we'll come to Ekta Shah. Ekta Shah, your closing statements.
Yes, the coronavirus restrictions are slowly being eased, but the pressure on families at home probably lead to many tears of frustration yet. So we should make sure that our memories in this lockdown should be positive, should be happy, and our bonding should grow that stronger that it will be in our minds till the last breath we breathe. So I request everyone, be happy, be calm, stay home, stay safe, and we will win this. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Ekta. Ekta Sheth, your tips.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, I was a bit.
That's okay.
Fine. So my closing statement, my closing statement will be: in these tough times, we all were quite apart, but still together. So we just pray to God that we do not have to face such a situation again. We stay so close in each other's heart and be the backbone, be the strength of each other, and we have a long way to go with the children, with the family. So let's all stay together, stay home, stay safe, and stay happy,
Thank
stay
you
positive.
so much,
Thank you
Ekta.
so much.
Thank you so much for summing the entire discussion in a few words. Thank you so much. Shilpa, your closing statement?
I think we should go with the flow. Now at this time we should cherish this time which we have got. Afterwards we're going to miss this time also. फिर बोलेंगे देखो कैसे मजा आ रहा था तब. Now we are again in our routine. But we should be safe, we should be sound, We should maintain the distance. Even everything is opening now, but we should be safe and try avoid going out. And cherish this moment. Take care of our hobbies. जो hobbies है उसको follow करे, थोड़ा उस पे ध्यान दे, because we have got this time. जो फिर कभी मिलेगा कि नहीं, not because of this pandemic. I'm not telling कि we should get such time, but I don't know when our routine starts, we will get this time again or not. तो थोड़ी थोड़ी hobbies जो रह जाती है, जो routine में हम नहीं कर सकते, so we should take that benefit and we should try doing all that things,
Yes.
which we
Thank
wish
you
we could
so
do.
much, Shilpa. Thank you so much, Chitra ma'am. Thank you, Ekta. Thank you, Nidhi
Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Maulik Sanghvi, Ekta Sheth, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope this discussion helps a lot of people, because a lot of people have a lot of confusion. So I think each one of us have spoken and touched many sensitive parts of today's problems. So hope this helps, and thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.